For 8 episodes, we've followed a story that spans generations, a story of policies, institutions, power, investment, and ownership. We've explored redlining, urban renewal, TIF districts, the nonprofit industrial complex, campaign finance, and the systems that shape communities today. But now we arrive at the most important question of all. How do we break the cycle? For decades, communities have been trapped in variations of this cycle. Some neighborhoods receive attention, some receive funding, some receive redevelopment. Yet many continue facing the same challenges generation after generation. Why? Because money alone doesn't change systems. Ownership does. The solution is not simply more programs, grants, or development. The solution is changing who controls the assets, because ownership changes incentives. Imagine 2 neighborhoods. One receives millions of dollars in services, the other receives ownership opportunities. Which one builds wealth? Which one builds power? Which one controls its future? The answer isn't complicated. Communities become stronger when residents own a stake. For generations, residents have been treated as beneficiaries and clients. But the future requires something different: owners, investors, and stakeholders. Breaking the cycle begins with ownership of land. Who owns the land often determines who controls the future. It is not just real estate, it is leverage. The cycle is also broken through business ownership. Local businesses create local wealth and reinvest back into the communities they serve. The cycle is broken through financial ownership. Credit unions and community investment funds allow residents to participate in development. The cycle is broken through transparency. Residents deserve to understand where public money goes, who receives contracts, and what outcomes are produced. Transparency builds trust, and trust creates accountability. It's about knowing how every dollar is working for the community. The cycle is broken through civic engagement. Communities cannot outsource their future. People must vote, attend meetings, and participate in public processes. Review budgets, monitor development plans, and hold institutions accountable. Because decisions are made by those who show up. Most importantly, the cycle is broken by changing the question. Instead of, what do you need? The better question is, what do you want to own? Land, businesses, housing, energy, technology? The answer to that question begins shaping a very different future. Throughout this series, we've examined systems that concentrated power. The next chapter requires systems that distribute power. Not dependency, but ownership. Not extraction, but participation. Not management, but self-determination. The goal is not simply revitalized neighborhoods, but empowered communities. If there's one lesson from this series, it's this. Communities are not poor because they lack talent, ideas, or potential. They have lacked access. Access to capital, access to ownership, access to opportunity, access to decision-making power. The future belongs to those willing to build and own. When people own the future of their neighborhoods, they no longer have to wait for someone else to create it. The cycle can be broken. The question is, who is willing to build what comes next? Understanding the past, owning the future, the business of blight. Episode 9.